Alrighty. Just waiting. Usually takes about 15 seconds. I never know when this thing is actually going to start. That's always the weirdest part. I guess it's still not there. Nope. That is extremely weird. Nope. Very weird. If anyone is actually there, I do apologize. Trying to get stuff worked out on my side so I can actually see what's happening, if that makes any sense. For some reason, it's not showing me as... There we go. All right. Let that load for a second. Yeah, very, very odd. It seems to be like... Hello there. Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if it's my internet connection or if it's just simply because it's later on at night that it's kind of taking its time. It took a couple seconds for it to actually even show that I was even live streaming. I usually have to set up a separate tablet on the side so I can actually see the live chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. I thought I'd do a bit of an impromptu live stream. I was trying to, like, I'm not even joking, I was sitting here trying to figure out what to do. I was looking up property and stuff like that. I was looking at stuff on YouTube, and I was like, I haven't live streamed in a while, so I thought I would live stream for at least a little bit. It's going to be a very relaxed show. I'm extremely exhausted. It's 9 p.m. here. Very, very tired. How's my day going? Pretty good. I had a lot to do. If you saw earlier, I made a whole bunch of videos. I cleaned the house. I did laundry. Not that you really need to know all my like personal stuff that I'm doing. Just a lot was happening. Loved your video about getting at least a portion of BTC. Yeah, and I mean it's fairly obvious at this point, at least to me, exactly where Bitcoin is going. Like, it's not even like a joke anymore. A couple of years ago, like if you saw like some of my very first videos, I was one of the people who I was like, hey, Bitcoin's horrible, no one should be buying it. And then as time goes on and you realize that like it is technology, it can be upgraded, it's going to be upgraded. Yeah. Hey, shout me out. Hello, G-Man. Hello to you. Hey all. Hello from Holland. Question, where does Skycoin fall in your radar? Have you heard of it? Feelings on it? I've never heard of Skycoin at all. Good afternoon, modern investor. Anyone for tea? I have the kettle on. I would love some tea. Actually, hold on one second. I have to take my sweater off. I'm really hot. Don't judge me. Hold on. Turn the heat on right before the video, and I'm wearing like this gigantic jumper. Hello from Amsterdam. Hello from Florida. Good afternoon. Hey TMI, you said you are in the crypto space since 2013. Tell us what it's like when, after all the waiting, you finally see the prices go up like the 2000. It was very weird. 2015, 2016 was a very tumultuous time in my life. I was very annoyed all the time because when I got into cryptocurrency. So if you want to, like, the weirdest parts about getting into cryptocurrency, air quotes, early, is that there was a lot of hype around the market after Bitcoin had hit $1,200, and everyone was calling for Bitcoin to hit $1 million. Everyone was saying that Bitcoin was going to, reach the stratosphere, but this was like right after we hit 1,200. And part of the problem is because the space was so new, so many people had only gotten interest into Bitcoin when it passed by $1,200. It created this thing that the market was going to move like yesterday. So like everyone kept on thinking every single day for months that the market was going to move, the market was going to go up. And 2015, 2016 were these like really weird sideways years. I remember I was walking to the supermarket and it was 2016, and I remember I was so annoyed because the market hadn't moved at all. It was just this really weird, like we'd have jumps and then it would completely flatline. So 2017 was a very like surreal event. The fact that the market was actually going up. I had a couple of friends who got in kind of ish early with me, kind of. And by the time Bitcoin hit around like 3, 4, 5,000, everyone was selling because everyone thought it was like a fake jump. And Yeah, someone said Holland. Hello, where in Europe are you? Currently in, starts with a P, ends with an Aris. Hey, are you diversified? BTC, ETH, LTC, XRP. Yeah, I hold, I guess you can kind of say that, or I invest in all the top coins. These seem the most likely to me to kind of make it forward, and I will adjust accordingly when we hear from the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq to exactly which coins are going to be listing, and also for Fidelity as far as like their custody solutions. Custody is not as important to me. It's more so which coins are going to be traded. There we go. That's the word. On these major exchanges. TMI, do you use any crypto or do you just speculate? All I do is buy. I don't sell. I've been buying for years. I at some point plan on selling, but it won't be for a very long time. My goal is to sell maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, around 5, 10, maybe 15% of the crypto that I hold to be able to buy a bunch of property that I can rent out and stuff like that. And the rest of my crypto I will be holding and hopefully passing on to my kids. I know that sounds crazy, but I really believe in the long term. Hello from North Dakota. Hello from Germany. More Dutch people. Hi from London, England. XRP and vet holder here. When Ada Moon? That's a very good question. A very, very good question. I'm waiting for Cardano to kind of do something. Hey, TMI, big fan. You are clearly doing well with such a big following. Bring on the bull run of 2019. If I could start the bull run, that would be absolutely wonderful. I would be very, very happy because, yeah. We got institutions, use case, and FOMO on our side this time. BTC can easily go. Yeah, Bitcoin's going to 50,000. Like, even if it doesn't hit 100,000 this time, it's definitely going to 50,000. It's far too obvious. Like, the market got up to 20,000 with just normal people and like maybe like a sprinkle of institutions. It's definitely going over 50,000. What's with Coinbase excluding New York City and adding Iowa, Alaska, and Idaho like regions? That has to do with New York City having horrible laws, like, you know, the whole like bit license thing that New York City has, or rather New York State has. For some reason, you would expect New York as this major financial institutional hub to have more relaxed laws when it comes to finance, but apparently New York has very high taxes, and apparently you have to go through all these hoops and hurdles in order to get anything done in New York. Like, it's not just Coinbase, it was also Circle, it's everyone else, is Robinhood as well. Everyone who tries to, or rather when they do roll out stuff across the United States, they always have to miss New York because New York has its own legislation, has its own regulation, has its own everything, and everyone in New York kind of gets the short end of the stick. Hello from snowy Iowa. Are you still a fan of Omise Go? 100%. I eagerly look for news from them all the time. I definitely believe in Omise Go. It is one of my favorite coins without a doubt. Thank you very much, No Fiat, for your donation. Appreciate your videos and everything you do. One of the only YouTubers I actually can stand. Thank you. I actually do appreciate that. I know sometimes I can be annoying, or people do find me annoying. I think everyone finds everyone annoying at some sort of point. But I try my best to do what I do and not to be as annoying. So I do thank you very much for the donation and for the compliment, as it were. Which coin do you feel is testing your patience the most? It's pretty much an even tie. It was Ethereum for a while. It's now an even tie between Bitcoin and XRP. XRP has an avalanche of news all the time. Price doesn't move. Bitcoin is clearly being adopted and bought up by multitudes of people around the world, and the price is it's kind of like I'm trying to remain zen. I think I'm doing a pretty okay job. I could be a lot worse. But it's definitely one of those moments where you're kind of like you look at the screen and you're like, why aren't you moving? Why aren't you going anywhere? Within 7 months, Bitcoin will be 50 to 100K. I can believe it. A lot of people think that the market's not going to move at all. I find that a little hard to believe, as far as like if we end up getting a what's it called? If the Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange and Fidelity and all in SBI and all these other places end up launching and the prices don't move at all, that's just more manipulation than anything, because that is that's really tough, especially when you have, you know, trillions of dollars that will then enter the market and the market doesn't move at all. Kind of weird. Den Haag is the best city in Europe. XRP TRX ADA for the win. I can't read that. I think that was in Dutch. I'm trying to read through all the comments. Hey from London. My prayers have been answered. I finally caught you live. Glad I could answer your prayers. Hi from Seattle. What's good from New York, aka no Coinbase access? I feel bad. That's horrible. Do you have kids now? You're not getting any younger. My goodness, thank you for that. I do not have kids now. I'm trying to be responsible and trying to make sure that I'm financially stable and trying to make sure, because I read somewhere, this was a couple of years ago, they were like, the cost of raising a child from like birth to the age of 18 is like over $1 million. And I was like, nope, not going to happen anytime soon. Manchester, UK, love the videos. They keep me positive about crypto and you come across as very genuine compared to other YouTubers. Thank you very much for that. I mean, I have no reason to like fake me or fake anything. Like there's a lot of times when people are always like, you've seen the comments before. People talk about that I'm not this and I'm not that. And I'm like, I have no reason to not be just who I am. It's YouTube. I'm talking about crypto. Like I don't have to be fake. No one should be fake in the first place. Yeah, finally, hope ADA is going to be huge and we'll be in the top 10 again. Definitely possibility. I mean, if we can push out those stable coins and Bitcoin Cash SV, might have a good chance. Do you think the rally happens before 2021? It has to. It's not gonna take 2.5 years to have a rally. That would be completely ridiculous. You can't have major institutions who are going to be pumping tons of money into the market and not have it going anywhere. Like if Bitcoin stays the same, that's like we should all contact the SEC and tell them to actually do their job because it's hyper manipulation. Properties is my goal with crypto besides retirement. Smile. Yeah, I mean, I would like to have as many properties as possible. Will you buy Facebook coin when available? No. It's supposed to be a stable coin. Logically, everyone should maybe stay away from it. No one should actually be buying that, as once again, it is a stable coin. And there's like a lot of stuff talking around. People like think that they could be using not like tracking software, but pretty much tracking software to keep track of exactly what you're doing with your money, which would be horrible. I'm on my way to Miami now. Anything going on there at the moment? Maybe. Anybody in Miami who can tell them what's going on? When did you get started? Didn't get a notification. It has to be about 5-6 minutes ago, something like that. Someone said Dutch are taking over. Honestly, whoa, okay, so here we go. Honestly, man, you got me back into crypto. Glad I could help. Someone left their Bitcoin donation address, because why not nowadays? How do we find out how many BTC is actually available? What is that? Like, I think I know what you mean. Like, currently in circulation, you can find that anywhere. Like, you can Google, like, how many Bitcoin currently in circulation, and they're, like, live tickers. They'll show you exactly how many are there. Someone wrote Fast Talker. Yeah, there's a lot of comments, and I'm trying to actually get through all of them. So excuse my quick talking. And it's really funny as well, because I said I was going to try and take it slow, this live chat. Not how my life works. How about EOS, TMI? I love EOS still. I'm just waiting for news from them. It's been a very like Bitcoin XRP last like 2-3 weeks. I'm pretty sure the other coins are clamoring to give information as well. Thoughts on Funfair? Haven't heard anything from Funfair in a very long time. Last we heard about Funfair was in 2018, where they were, I think, getting some of their licenses ready. Since then, we haven't really heard anything. Thoughts on OTC? What exactly would you like to know? Big spike in Stellar today. Maybe Coinbase Insider's at it again. Could be. I actually haven't seen if there's any. Let me check. Where is Stellar? Did I pass it? I feel like I passed it. Definitely passed it. There we go. Yeah, well, within the last day, it's up. It could, I mean, it could really be like 1,001 things at this point. So much of the market is just kind of like really weird. I mean, it's just kind of like sideways trading and all that other stuff. Looking through all the comments. Don't judge me as I scroll. XRP is taking the piss. Be strong. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Someone said divide $3,000 between BTC, XRP, and EOS. Not financial advice. Like really not. I would maybe do Let me see. 6, 12, 18, 6, 24. Maybe 12 Bitcoin, 12 XRP, and then 600 into EOS. Was that right? Yeah, that's 3,000. Yeah. When XRP finally moves, it's going to move. I see crypto YouTubers have become more active. Wow, okay. That was a weird one. $20 Watt Ripple. Hello, TMI from the United Kingdom, East Midlands. Greetings from Utrecht. If Bitcoin ever hit 1 million, what price do you think XRP would be? Let's see. 23,115. That would some way logically mean a $150 XRP, if not maybe a bit more at that point. TMI, if Bitcoin ever goes up to 50,000 like you predict, do you think the stubborn XRP will stay at 30 cents? If it does, everyone needs to flee the coin immediately. If Bitcoin shoots up from 3,800 to $50,000 and XRP doesn't move, it's time to jump ship, because that means something is very, very wrong. I expect by the time that we end up having Bitcoin shooting back up, XRP is going to act accordingly because of the Coinbase listing and all the other places that they are now. What's it called? Like a base pair and stuff like that. And I think this will be when XRP finally goes above, like when Bitcoin hits 20,000, I think XRP will hit 5. It will pass by the 360 from before. And as Bitcoin ticks up higher, I think that we will then see the elusive $10 XRP. Why so much crypto adoption happening right now? But there must be something about to blow. I'm sure everybody can feel it. Like, it feels like this huge buildup, and like, especially because Bitcoin has been trading so ridiculously tight over the last like couple of weeks. It's a little annoying. Hey TMI, could you make a video about your portfolio or some other coins you like and or hold? Not financial advice. I think I did this a couple of months ago. I don't know if people would want like a 3.0 of that, because I did one in 2017. I did one in 2018. It's just pretty much like I went over the coins that I hold or held. It's not like much has really changed. I just keep accumulating as I go along. Someone said XRP is going to $500. Tell me when. If XRP is just a bridge currency, how will that actually increase its value? That's such a deep question. Like, that's not even like a breeze over question. It has to do with usage. It has to do with people not spending it. There's a lot of factors that like go into that. Like, it's way too much to, I can't like right now mentally, I actually can't for the sake of my life. Hello from Florida. Used to live in New York, but had to move so I could buy crypto. That is amazing. Hey, is a 100x target in 4 years something you think could happen? I think so. Once we pass by the 20,000 mark again, kind of the sky's the limit. Yeah, I don't see any reason why Bitcoin can't hit these numbers, while the rest of the crypto market can't hit them as well. This is actually one of the, and I'm glad that people are asking some of the questions like as if you can like see through the tabs as far as like what's happening over here. It's all kind of setting itself up for exactly where things are going to go. It's not out of the realm of possibility at all to have some type of a huge surge. I think a lot of people aren't really paying attention to exactly what's happening and who's adopting cryptocurrencies. I think that they think that a lot of the names who are getting into the cryptocurrency space aren't big names. I've met a lot of people, I mean, even before when I was into like traditional finance a lot more, and I would tell people about the Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange, they thought that these things were also scams, and they didn't think that these were major names in the game and stuff like that. So the fact that they are entering the cryptocurrency space and people are kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know, we don't need an ETF. We don't need an ETF, but it's going to cause prices and everything else to completely skyrocket. So I don't see a reason why Bitcoin couldn't, and all the other coins couldn't have a 50x to 100x in the next couple of years. I think I skipped over something. When bull run, I'm opening shop on LBC again. I have no idea what that means. It's not $1 million to raise a child. It's $250,000. That's still a lot of money. That's still a lot of money. While I'm late for the party, not really. Got here kind of early-ish. Ready to go retire. What do you think about May? What do you mean? What do I think about May? A lot of Dutch in here as well. Someone said, bro. Is there a time frame of when Nasdaq is launching? No, we haven't really heard that much from the Nasdaq. We've heard from the backed people over and over again, but the Nasdaq has not given us any set date. All they said it was in Q1 of 2019 that we're supposed to have the launch of the Bitcoin futures, which is in essence the beginning of the launching of their products for the cryptocurrency space. Someone said FB coin is trash. I agree. XRP 589. Why not? Not touching FB coin. I saw you can buy Bitcoin at Coinstar machines here in California. Yeah, I saw that I think that was a news story a couple of weeks ago as well. Has anyone actually done that? How would you recommend splitting your holdings? 50% Bitcoin, 10% Ethereum, 10% XRP. I want to say it depends on what you feel or what you think is going to win. That's difficult to say because typically whenever we have a bull run up, altcoins outperform Bitcoin. It's if you have 50% Bitcoin, it means that you think that Bitcoin is going to be like the master over everything. I usually tend to, I don't know, it's difficult. I try to give altcoin support as much as I do Bitcoin, as far as like me putting money into them, because I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere, but the altcoins also aren't going anywhere. And on certain days, especially during bull runs, if you were here during 2017, if Bitcoin is going up by 8%, altcoins are going up by like 19%. It's just how kind of things are. Is Stellar ahead of Cardano? Yes, it is. Stellar is number 8. Cardano is currently number 12. How are you able to stay in Europe longer than 90 days? I've been living here since I was 18. I moved to Europe. So I have all the proper paperwork and stuff like that. I've been here for a very long time. Hello from North Netherlands. Thank you very much, Sean NYC. I know I'm seeing this like 9,000 minutes late. Thank you very much for your donation. I do appreciate it. If EOS hits $30, I can pay off my school loans. Oh, well, you are going to be, you're going to be paying off something very soon then, because I think the all-time high for EOS, if I can, where is it? Wasn't it like $20? Give me a second. All-time high was $23, and that was before EOS was even in the number 4 spot. It's believed, and don't quote me on this, a lot of people think that EOS will eventually hit several $100s, and we also have that bet that was going on where people were talking about that EOS is going to hit $1,000 per coin. Also not out of the realm of possibility. It would hit a like just under $1 trillion market cap, but also not unbelievable over the next 5 years. So if you just need $30, you're gonna be very happy when we do have a bull market. It says Cardano will surpass Stellar. Could be. I mean, I'm up for anything at this point. You know, everyone keeps saying that their coin is going to do this and their coin is going to do that. When you do it, all right. When do you think the bottom is above 2,500 or below? Bitcoin, in my eyes, bottomed around $6,000. I told you guys this before. This is why I hate Bitcoin Cash SV. Bitcoin was tightly trading at 6,000 for a very long time, and the moment this came about, Bitcoin fell down to 3,000. I think Bitcoin did bottom before, but I think because of the whole tight range thing, that where we are right now, it's trying to find its bottom. People keep saying that if we don't break above like 4,200, then around, I think 3,200 is like our next drop. We'll kind of see. I think Bitcoin bottomed a long time ago. There's no reason for Bitcoin to actually be this low anymore. I think a $1,000 Bitcoin is completely nonsensical and would just be whales selling to push prices as low as possible, because just the fundamentals, the cost of mining, and the adoption rate, Bitcoin should not be below $10,000 right now. Shout out from Toronto. The modern investor is actually the Moderna Investierder. Okay, I'll accept that. Do you have a Lightning address for tipping? I do not. I feel like I should have one of those. Someone wrote XRP to 1 cent. I would buy up every single one of them. Stellar founder is selling. Selling what? Don't trust Stellar. Weird Ripple transaction. I'll get to that in 1 second. I'm trying to read through all the comments. Let me actually zip down. Someone wrote EOS biggest scam. Finally caught you live. What do you think about Bearable Guy 123 opening his Reddit back up? I didn't even know he had a Reddit. XRP will outperform BTC by the end of 2020, and BTC will be the altcoin. Maybe. BTC maxis hating on XRP, yet China controls 70% of BTC, cashing out 12% of XRP at $10. XRP is one of the biggest scams in crypto. 2017 will repeat, but bigger this year. You will see things are for sure building up. People are realizing, how about 100,000 LTC? Not out of the realm of possibility. It's not. If Bitcoin hits several million, I would love to actually see a $100,000 LTC. I think that'd be kind of cool. Someone said Litecoin 780. Live stream. Lite will be at least 650 by 2021. I could see that. LTC Mimble Beam. Yep. Also should be coming this year. So if you want to become a millionaire from XRP, you should have at least, so there's a lot of zeros, 100,000 in stock right now. Win 589. Someone took their message back. The modern investor, thumbs up. BTC or XRP? I would say both. The USA controls most of the world's gold supply. Are you implying that makes gold worthless? Bitcoin is the only real deal. The rest is pure speculation. Was that towards me, or that felt angry? The cure is easy. Go live inside the tropics. Sit in the sun all day. Eat seafood. Okay. XRP did nothing when finally listen on Coinbase. Coinbase is a very odd coin. Coinbase. XRP is a very... Yeah, Coinbase is an odd coin. XRP is a very odd coin. Even in 2017, when the market was skyrocketing, XRP didn't move for a while. And then there was just this like really weird, enormous spike that ended up happening. We shall swim in victory someday. I don't disagree. A lot of people still think Bitcoin is going to drop to 1,000. Yeah, but right. I understand market cycles and I totally get that. But it doesn't logically make sense that the price would do that. Like, am I the only one who sees that? Like, I don't know if I have a weird thing with numbers, or maybe I just don't know life and I can't read. There's no reason for it to go that low. Like, I understand market cycles and I understand that other guy who was talking about that Bitcoin's going to hit over 300 something thousand because of what did he say? Like a hyperbolic swing. I can't remember the exact phrasing of it. Like, I get all that. But typically before in the past, Bitcoin's price has always matched, or it was at least a bit above what it cost to actually mine the cryptocurrency. And it made sense years ago if Bitcoin's price was falling down when we didn't actually have adoption. But we have major financial players in the world who are talking about like actually using Bitcoin and trading Bitcoin. Like the fundamentals of where Bitcoin actually is and what Bitcoin is going to do don't match its current price. Like, even if it was just people speculating on where Bitcoin could possibly be in 2 years, like, it's not worth as little as it is right now. Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. If you had information that the New York Stock Exchange was planning on pushing hundreds of billions of dollars into infrastructure to be able to mine, sell cryptocurrencies and trade them back and forth and all this other stuff, like, Bitcoin should not be as I get the calls for a $1,200 Bitcoin, but it just doesn't logically make any sense, and it drives me completely insane sometimes. So someone wrote Dutch Power, 3,500 was a bottom. Why people say XRP is future? I would be happy if XRP hits 80 cents. Hi from Budapest, Amsterdam in house. We won't be mad if you start speaking British, bro. Bitcoin will drop to 3.5 million in 10 minutes, because why not? Dutch are among the best money makers in the world. If you've never been to the Netherlands, do it. It's like absolutely incredible. Dutch are the richest in the world. We accept Bitcoin or Ether. When bottom, when Shelby Mustang, LTC 780 end of year. I'd exchange that ETH for EOS. Facebook coin is a stable coin. ETH is the past. EOS is the future. Thank you very much, No Fiat, for your donation. It says, do you have an Instagram? No. I had one that was tied to this channel like many years ago. I have no idea what happened to it. Like, it was, I think people were like mimicking my Instagram as well, and I decided just to focus on YouTube and posting on Facebook and Twitter. And I mean, I don't really logically know what I would be posting on Instagram all the time. Like, I can't even really imagine that. XRP is by far the best fintech company out there. No questions asked. Hollow would be second. I guess only important coins are BTC, ETH, XMR, LTC. Rest I find mostly fishy. The Coinstar Bitcoin machines are in Safeway. Hey TMI, what do you think of VeChain? I don't usually think of it that much. Someone wrote, hey Jungle. Is Jungle Link in here? Ah, there we go. Hello Jungle Link. I see. I don't know if those are pencils or rockets. I'm looking at the chat on like a very tiny screen and I can't really tell anything except for the words. Someone wrote $23. Where do you buy and potentially sell crypto? There's a lot of places. There's tons and tons of places. I'm not selling my XRP to $1,000. All right, that's very ambitious. March bull run or April bull run or May bull run. Yep, you hit the nose in the head. I'm accumulating my favorite coins. What coin do you expect to eventually take the #1 spot? Unless something horrible happens to Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. Thank you very much, Jungle Link, for your donation. They are bottles popping. I couldn't tell that. I could see that it was like something yellow. The screen is horrible. I bought a... So when I was traveling, for some reason I have a thing where I try to buy super light things, as in like weight light, and they always end up being trash. I bought like a Microsoft like Surface thing to be able to travel with. It didn't charge. When I unplugged it, it died. When I was trying to make the other videos, like that echo sound was coming out of it. The tablet that I'm even like looking at the live chat on, it's a nice tablet. It's okay. But it definitely wasn't like a higher end tablet. So it doesn't, it's not that great. Is all I can say. XRP I invested in to round out my holdings. Never be too sure. XRP. How much XRP do I have to buy now to become a millionaire? Depends on how high you think XRP is going to be. 1 million Cardano, should I sell or hodl? If you have 1 million Cardano, not financial advice, go to a beach somewhere and just relax, because at some point Cardano is going to go over probably $2 or $3. So I think you'll be fine. It really does feel like the calm before the storm. It feels like something is brewing, but we just have no control over it. It's a very weird feeling in the air. So if Bitcoin ever reaches 100,000, where will Ethereum be? It depends on if Ethereum gets its crap together. If Ethereum actually has all of the updates that they were talking about giving us 2 years ago. Ethereum, when Bitcoin hit 20,000, Ethereum hit, was it 1,300? Somewhere around there. So if you do even just a 5, 10, 15, what is that? 8,500 per Ethereum. People are now calling during the next bull run Ethereum to hit around like $4,000. We'll see. Wouldn't it be smarter to accumulate at least 1 Bitcoin before putting any money into altcoins? Depends on how much of a maximalist you are. Like, it really, really depends. Thank you very much, Joshua Johnson, for your donation. TMI quote, I think we all know where this is going. No, like really though, like it's so clear at this point. It's just a matter of like the market. What gets me really upset is having so much good news and people losing faith in the cryptocurrency markets as if like nothing's going to happen. It's not going to go anywhere. And it's like, dude, just pay attention. Like it's so painstakingly obvious exactly where all of this is going. My gosh, I had to scroll down really far. Thank you very much, Fat Man, for your donation. When was the first stock market investment you ever did? And what was the first coin you bought? And how come you became such a big XRP fan? Okay, a lot to unpack there. What was the first stock market investment you ever did? I think I bought, I want to say Apple stock. It was some major company that I ended up buying into. But I think I only bought like 1 or 2 of them. It was something really weird. And I remember I shouldn't have bought that. And I remember I was looking further, and this is why I kind of became obsessed with mutual funds. Because, you know, for those who don't know, a mutual fund is pretty much like, imagine if you, like I created a fund that you could invest in. And I was like, you could invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, Litecoin, Stellar, and Tron at the exact same time, and you'll have like a portion of all these things. You kind of have a portion of all these different companies, and then I swiftly moved over exclusively to mutual funds. That like became my new thing that I really got into. But I think the first stock I ever got, it had to be an Apple stock. It was some major company, and I was just trying to accumulate like the single stocks, and I started looking at, what is it called? It's not Fidelity. I can't remember the name of the major. There's a website. There's a, my gosh, it's been so long since I've actually used it. There's a place where you can like buy mutual funds from, and they kind of show you the whole rundown and stuff like that. And this is where I got mine from. What was the first coin you bought? It was Bitcoin. It was pretty much because I saw so many people talking about it. I will never forget, I heard about Bitcoin in 2010 and I brushed it off. And I remember it was something I was watching on the television, and they were talking about like this new investment opportunity and how people were getting into it, and they showed people like clicking and clacking on computers. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And they were talking about, I think it had rose to like 16 cents or something stupid like that. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I remember I went to go visit some friends in the States, and one of my friends was telling me about it. He was like, you have to get into this. And I remember he was really into World of Warcraft. And I made fun of him because he was into World of Warcraft, because he was obsessed with like the digital money that they had in the game. He had played the game for so long that he was able to sell his digital gold in the game to other people. And I thought that was the weirdest thing in the entire world. And me and my friend made fun of him and were like, we have paper money, you can just use that instead. And then at some point it clicked in my head, and I can't remember, I think I bought like a fraction of a Bitcoin. The most I ever had was like 10 Bitcoin. And then when the other altcoins started pouring out and there were more and more of them, I sold off all my Bitcoin. And then, yeah. And how did you become such a fan of XRP? I think it's because how do I explain this the easiest way, like without going into the entire detail? When we didn't have a lot of coins at that point, I think XRP was the only coin that was kind of backed by a company, and it just made a bit more sense to me. When we had, you can find it online, like before the Bit license was even created, there was like a huge meeting between, I think, Ben Bernanke is his name, Ben something ski. Him, the Winklevoss twins, and a couple of other people, and it was like it was on television, and they were talking about it, and I can't explain it. It just made so much sense to me that it was actually going to go somewhere, and how much like effort was being put behind it. And at some point, I was like, okay, let's go for it. And then a lot of people just didn't believe in it, and it was also kind of this like really weird situation where the only coins that were being spoken about on television were just Bitcoin, and at the time people were calling it Ripple. It was just these two back and forth. And the other coins that we had at that time were like, it was Darkcoin, it was WorldCoin, it was Vertcoin, it was all these other coins that really made no sense. It was Dogecoin. Guilty, I did buy some at the time. But XRP kind of clicked with me. Like, it made complete sense that it was going to go somewhere. And yeah, now it's the number 3 coin. I hope I answered your question. Thank you very much. Sorry for I know I'm late. Thank you very much, Michael Hisey, for your donation. Thank you very much. Love your vids. What do you think about VeChain? I've heard about VeChain so much. I've never really looked into it. My mind right now is hyper focused. Like I have complete tunnel vision for very few coins. And that's because in my mind, I don't foresee an immediate future where VeChain is going to be listed by the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq. But probably XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are. So, yeah, I do apologize. I know a lot of people do like a lot of altcoins, but my tunnel vision is completely focused on a number of coins right now, because I'm pretty sure these coins are going to be good bets, at least in my opinion. Someone said the modern investor is the real Satoshi Nakamoto. I agree with that. BNB on the rise. That coin's ridiculous. Like I just don't understand. I mean, it's just like these are the type of movements we should be having with Bitcoin, or at least Ethereum or some other coin, but Binance coin gets all the glory. Kind of weird. What software do you use to edit your videos? I use something called OBS. It's a free software. It's pretty great. It's actually kind of nice. Crystal clear. XRP 5.89 cents. Amazing. If you missed a hard fork, will your ETH be obsolete? You should hopefully have had it on a cryptocurrency exchange. Any other place, is usually fine. Most places accepted and supported the fork, so it's pretty good. What's your best guess XRP price? Give me a time frame. Someone said 10 BTC, 250 each, 25,000 XRP hodl. All right. Thank you very much, Dominic Galowski, for your donation. Thank you very, very much. For great work, TMI. XRP prediction for 2021. What do you think? If by the end of this year, Brad Garlinghouse was correct, and we do have dozens of banks using XRP, like openly, XRP should at least pass by 360. Like, that's just a kind of an obvious at this point. Even if we have 5 banks, like with big names using XRP, the price will probably go over $5 relatively easily. If we have a dozen banks, I can see a good $6-7 XRP. By the end of 2021, my goodness, that's 2 years from now. With the market in full swing, we should easily be over $10. There's no way that XRP isn't going to triple in price from where it was before during the last bull run. And I'm very cautious on saying a $25 to $35 XRP. But if we get a multi-trillion-dollar Bitcoin, XRP and Ethereum are probably going to be up there as well. And I don't see a reason why, if multiple banks around the world are going to be using it, especially if it's going to be listed as a base pair, why it wouldn't pass by $25 by the end of next year. Kind of, yeah. If that kind of makes any sense. Yeah. Anyway. Hold on. Scrolling. TMI dropping good intel. I try. Did you avoid Mt. Gox crash? Yes. I didn't have any of my money on Mt. Gox. I had a friend who had his money on Poloniex, Mt. Gox, and there was another really fishy, shady one. And I remember people telling me that they couldn't get their money off of Mt. Gox. This was, I can't remember when it was. It was a while ago. But yeah, I had nothing on Mt. Gox. I had it on another place, and I had it in like that really old, if you were here, like the original Bitcoin wallet, like the really, really old one, where it was just like a block. It was like, it was gray. It looked ugly. That was the one that I was using. Yo, TMI, do you just put your money in crypto, or do you also put money into index funds, bonds, etc. as well? Just crypto. At the moment, okay. It's like 99% crypto and like 1% art. I'm obsessed with buying art. I can't not do it. It's actually kind of like a big problem of mine. I mean, it's a good problem to have. I mean, I don't have any other major vices, but it's mainly just crypto. I would like to buy like a studio or something, like a studio apartment right now, like a, but I'm betting too much on crypto. I'm like full in, and I believe in the future prospects of it. So it's just that. And I thought about in the future trying to like diversify as far as like index funds, stocks, bonds, so and so. But I'm kind of waning, and I don't know exactly. I feel like if I'm in crypto, I should maybe try to support crypto companies like another Coinbase, or like something that is along the lines of cryptocurrency that has enough or a lot of room to be able to grow into the future, if that kind of makes any sense. I was a WoW miner too, had 4 PCs. Oh yeah, see, so many people were doing it, and I laughed at my friend. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would anybody want a gold World of War? Like, it just made no sense in my head. And eventually something snapped, and I think we've all had that that aha moment, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency. We all had that moment where we thought it was stupid, and then we were like, oh yeah, I should definitely be into this. Buy a couple of Monero and relax into the moon. Maybe. What do you do for work, the modern investor? I used to do eBay, and now YouTube is kind of my full-time thing. My full-time job. Thank you very much, Blorp. Interesting name, for your donation. What do you think of Pack Coin? I have not heard much about Pack Coin. It is not a coin that is on my radar often, like at all. I know very little about it. I would watch out, because that is not a very high 24-hour volume, and a move up like that usually signifies some type of a pump. So don't lose your money on that dump. XRP to 0, could be. Grin is the best coin. I forgot about Grin. That's really weird. I forgot about Grin and Beam. They were like the golden crypto children for a while, and they kind of kapoofed. I guess maybe they'll be in the news in a little bit. Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP. Recently watched documentary about Mt. Gox. Carpellas definitely stole all those Bitcoins. I don't know. He seems very repentive. Is that a word? Pensive. he seems sorry. I don't know the guy, so I will not even begin to speak on what his life is like. I just can't do that. Thank you very much. Abindab253 for a donation. Thank you very, very much. Someone wrote Bitcoin only. Alts are really, really, really risky. XRP is probably the safest of all the alts. I would say at the moment, just because of life, probably XRP and Ethereum are probably the safest. And then like tier 2 is like Litecoin, Stellar, and EOS. I don't really consider Binance Coin an altcoin. It's just kind of like a coin that is going to have value regardless of what the market thinks about. Yeah, a lot of altcoins are very, very risky at the moment. Like I said, we should be only a couple of weeks away from the major announcement from the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq as to exactly what's going to be listed. That's when we can like super focus on like making the money. IMF praised Ripple XRP. Yes, they did. LOL, what rally? You're telling me. XRP haters will regret soon. TMI, what are your thoughts on Cardano and Holo these days? Not much. I'm not into Holo Chain or Holo Coin at all. I like Cardano a lot. I think it's undervalued. I hold it mainly, and I will tell you the truth because I like all of you. I hold Cardano because I'm fairly certain it's going to hit the $1.20 mark again. And from where it is right now, that'll be a 30x from any money that I put inside of it, which is very, very good. The long-term prospects of Cardano, it hasn't proven itself to me. Like Charles Hoskinson, he writes a lot on Twitter and stuff like that, and we get so much really good news about where Cardano is going to go and what it's going to do and what this update is going to do to it and this mining pool and this so-and-so and this proof of stake, but none of it has actually happened. I would love if Cardano made it, and I would also love if we had clarification that it was at least going to be listed onto Coinbase, or that either the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq were planning on listing it, because they did say, we were reading in the other thing, they said that they plan on listing between the top 5 to 7 coins. I'm going to assume that Tether is not going to be part of them, so I assume Stellar will be moved up. And yeah. Oh my gosh, will you answer my email for interviews for a book? Please don't hate me. I'm so sorry. I forgot all about that. I was kind of stressed for a very long time. I haven't answered anything. I got back home and my mailbox was overflowing. Like, I've neglected my life. Please don't hate me. I do apologize. I will try to remember. I'm not really keen on it. Like, I don't know why. I'm in this like really weird like privacy mood, and I can't really explain why. Please don't hate me. Like, I really mean, like, don't be mad at me if I don't respond back, or if I'm not able to do the book. You can write me like a negative comment if it makes you feel any better. You give me a thumbs down if that makes you feel any better. Someone said, TMI, if your wife told you to choose between our marriage or sell your crypto, what would you choose? I know what I would do. I would hope that they would be very supportive of my crypto addiction and that they wouldn't tell me to choose, because that would be a very awkward conversation. I would hope that they would understand that my crypto addiction is something that's not going to go away, but that I still love them. That's kind of the nicest way I could say it. Who is buying Stellar is worth nothing. So when the XRP preacher wrote Unstoppable, selling 1,000 XRP at 6, 12, 24, 48, 96, etc. until it's all gone except for the XRP that are on wallets for the kids and the safety deposit box. I explained crypto to my 55-year-old mom. I explained blockchain and the Bitcoin and how it works and why it's useful. She loves it and really wants... Oh, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. I tried explaining crypto to some of my family members. Right over their head. It was like I was just talking to the wall. But I mean, some of them got into it. Some of them are actually... they like the idea of it. But a lot of people, they look at me like, oh, that's cool. And then they go back to making dinner and stuff like that. I think someone, yeah, Cripsy. I think that was the website. Someone said I'm addicted to buying something and crypto. I mean, to each his own. Everyone should live how they want to live. Someone wrote oil paintings. I buy paintings. I buy prints. I buy from major artists. I'm obsessed with investing. Like, it's really like, I remember reading something a couple of years ago. Somebody was like, watch out when you get into investing because it's almost like an addiction. They were not lying. They were not lying. They were not lying. How do you do your crypto taxes? I don't have to do them because I haven't sold off anything. I'm crypto diversified for sure. 2019 accumulated year. The question is, should you buy now or wait for the price to decrease? I just keep buying. I don't wait. I don't cost average and all that other stuff. I know that is like the article that we had the other day. Somebody wrote, he was like, there's no real difference in you buying. If you believe in Bitcoin or crypto or the other coins, there's no real difference in you buying between, 2,700 and like a 3,800 Bitcoin, because at some point the price is going to hit 100,000. Marginal difference, if you will. But I just keep buying, whether it goes up or down. I think the last time, if you want to know, I mean, why not? The last time I'm going to buy Bitcoin is probably when it hits around $250,000. That's when I'll stop buying in, because $250,000, even that 0.01, that's 25,000. That'll be 2,500 per 0.01. That'll probably be my limit of buying into Bitcoin. Thoughts on Litecoin Cash? I have none. Zero. Thank you very much, Blockchain Future, for your donation. I'm just seeing this right now because I'm awful at scrolling down. Thank you very much. Appreciate your work, TMI. Please check out Blockchain Future. We focus on solving real-world problems with blockchain and crypto. Topics like decentralized finance, DEFI, are discussed as well. Thanks. Thank you for your donation. And yeah, that actually sounds completely awesome. That sounds something like something that a lot of people should be checking out. Yeah. When weird Ripple transactions, I apologize. I've been answering questions. So the weird Ripple transaction things comes from this. The last couple of days, the Ripple company has been sending really weird. First of all, there are a lot of over-the-counter people buying crypto, buying up huge amounts of crypto, and no one knows exactly who's buying these things, obviously, as they're over-the-counter. But the Ripple team is like sending out crypto and stuff like that, but they're writing these really weird memos. Like there was an escrowed amount of 1 billion XRP. The transaction fee was 0.3 XRP. Got that part. But the memo attached to it during the transaction was the revolution will be televised, which is a little odd. And then the other one, last month, Ripple's mysterious memo read, crawl, walk, run. A note that appeared to reference comments from CEO Brad Garlinghouse during a Quora Ask Me Anything back in October 2017. And it's also like all the other really weird, gigantic transactions that we know that Ripple sending to other people. That's just it. Like, we don't know who's buying or who's accumulating. Like, we also have, when they give us their quarterly reports of how much XRP they sold, we also see these like huge transactions happening from the Ripple side. And it just leads to a lot of speculation because everyone's kind of like, who's buying up a multitude of XRP all at one time? There have been like $75 million transactions and stuff like that happening. And it's just all, it's all kind of interesting. Someone said he's talked about Kin many times. Yeah, I'm still into Kin. Have not sold. I actually should be buying more now that I even think about it. Someone said I only have Raven Coin and Kin. Jpmorgan already told you that. So did Mizuho. Was that for me? What did you sell on eBay, The Modern Investor? And did you go to uni or was it just eBay you did? I did not go to university. When I was in school, I went to school in the States. My teachers laughed at me and told me I was going to fail because I did not plan on going to university. I started like selling. I was working like retail and stuff like that for a while. I worked in a comic book shop. And then I eventually decided, hey, I want to become an investor. And this is kind of where I moved my life onto. What did I sell on eBay? I sold comic books. I sold hats. I sold shoes. I sold fur coats, anything that made me money that I could get like a really huge profit on it. Like I used to be able to sell like comic books. Like if you sell like foreign editions, I mean, I don't do it anymore, so everyone can kind of have my secret. Because I live in Europe, I was able to get comics from Spain and from other countries and stuff like that. And I got like really major comics that you can't get in America for like, cheap anymore. And I would kind of get the foreign edition over here and then sell it back to America. It was quite lucrative, if you can really say that. Is this live? Yes, this is live. This is I'm sorry for the confusion. Yes, this is live. Do you think Omise Go will get staking together? Probably. If the project ever officially launches, they're taking their sweet time. Nasdaq Moon, sell your EOS for XRP. I have 5 million Pundy X. Tell me it's a good investment and it won't crash. I wish I could give you that information. I just hold a bunch of Ethereum waiting for proof of stake to come in. Yes, proof of stake is going to be very fun. It's expected that the supply of XRP floating around, not XRP, I'm looking at the word and I got caught up, of Ethereum is going to become very constrained because of proof of stake. Thank you very much, Chris Moretta, for your donation. Glad to hear you live again. It's been a while for me. Yeah, it's been like over a month since I live streamed. I tried to keep up with the videos, but the live streams were like it was a lot for my brain. Thank you very much. No Fiat. Since this is your job, is it sustainable to live? It's okay. It's not too bad. Life. I don't have a super expensive, like, living expenses. I try to be minimalist. I do slip up here and there and buy stuff. We don't have a TV, so I am trying to buy a TV. I know that sounds kind of weird. I watch everything on my computer. Thanks, Netflix. But yeah, it is, I do okay. I'm not struggling. I've learned how to hyper minimize, you can say that, my living expenses. So I'm pretty okay. When people say Bitcoin is going to zero, I make the same face as my avatar. I agree. Any future in Potcoin? If you believe there's a future, then yeah. Is EOS a good buy at this price? The all-time high before for EOS was $24. I think the price is depressed right now. Someone said ADA or EOS, both. There's no... I like EOS a bit more, but like I said before, Cardano's price is just far too low to even think about ignoring it. Thanks for answering. I listen every day. Not a problem. I try to answer everything. Someone said Jpmorgan Coin or XRP. I want to go with Jpmorgan Coin just because it has the JP and the Morgan in it. It just seems, more trustworthy. It's not like Jpmorgan has ever done anything wrong. So I would say everyone stock up on Jpmorgan Coin because it's the future. I'm going to invest and keep it growing, Steven. My name's not Steven, but okay. Someone said, LOL, Ethereum is going to be proof of stake someday. It's supposed to be. Someone said, is Dash a top 7? Where is no. Dash is a top 15. This is why I said, we're getting very close. That's not to, I was going to say that's not to say that Dash will eventually be listed on the Nasdaq, but the US government has been very adamant that they don't like privacy coins. So Monero, Dash, and where's the other one? Zcash might have a bit of waiting time before they can get onto these other exchanges. LTC looking good. Why were you stressed? Just life. I try to put out a lot of videos, trying to juggle friends, trying to juggle making money, trying to juggle like other investments, keep in contact with families. Like a lot of things are happening at the exact same time in my life. It's also tax season. It's just a lot of life has like very stressful pockets, and you kind of have to figure out how to get around them. TMI, I'm from Miami. Thanks for your crypto news. You demand I listen day. XRP baby. That was amazing. Thank you very much. Will Tron take off? Maybe. Tron's all-time high was 25 cents. It will take off at some point during a bull run. That's wow. So someone said that's so Raven Coin. I think you might actually I forgot that was a show. I think you might actually win the internet with that one. I'm still waiting for Cardano with Ledger Nano. Yeah, they should. It shouldn't take that much longer. They usually are pretty okay when it comes to like listing things. You can have my TV. Please send it over here. Is eBay big in France? Yeah, eBay is pretty big everywhere. eBay is pretty. I found like really. You could go to these like flea markets and find like really cool like Batman comics and stuff like that. eBay is very, very big in France. Do you watch anything other than documentaries on Netflix? Yes, I watch a lot of. And it's really weird. I'm into like futuristic movies or like anything like sci-fi, but for some reason I keep getting like horror movie recommendations, which I love. I love horror movies, but it's like Netflix keeps bombarding me with these really weird things. I like Black Mirror, of course. Russian Dolls is really cool. Very, very cool. What other, like there are tons of Netflix shows. There's so many good Netflix shows out there. Are you part of the FIRE movement since you seem to be a minimalist as well? I assume this is what you're talking about. For those who don't know, FIRE is financial independence, retire early. Yes, and I got a couple of friends into it as well. It pretty much comes down to being a minimalist, tightening your belt as much as possible, buying only what you need, selling what you don't need, investing heavily, and pretty much I think in around a 5 to 10 year period, you have enough money, in my version of it, to be able to buy property and stuff like that, to be able to rent out, that you get more money. Because you've learned to live as a minimalist, you don't need a huge amount of things to be able to live, and you have money that continuously comes in from your investments, and you are able to live, and you are therefore able to retire. Yes, I am a firer, if you kind of, I don't know what I would be called, but I am a fire person. That sounds weird. EOS is trash. Any future in pot becoming legal everywhere? I think so. I don't think it's going to take that much longer. I really don't think so, because governments are finally seeing that, you know, you can make good money off of the taxes from that. It's clearly obvious where it's going. Thank you very much, Rick Debsky, for your donation. Says, you always... Whoop. Yeah, there we go. The comment got knocked away. Wait, there we go. Wait. Sorry. You sent two things. Scrolling up, there we go. You always say that volume is very important. Now Ken has a volume of over 100,000, which is like nothing. Why do you still invest in Kin with no demand in it? I invest in Kin because it has a major company behind it. Same exact way that I was really into, and still am, into XRP. Major companies, especially really successful ones, have a lot of money behind them. And the fact that the people from Kin gave us information, and I assume the reason that they're not really in the news as often right now is because they don't want to release any more information while the market's trending sideways or bearing itself out, whatever you kind of want to call it. The fact that they announced that they... Kin hit... Where is it? I'm showing you right now. Do it this way. See if I can do the all-time high. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. There we go. Kin hit. It was right before 1 cent. I can't move my mouse to show you. You know, you can see that it's one decimal place before 1 cent. This was during the last bull run, before Kin was actually being used by anyone. Still relatively new, what have you, so on and so forth. When we do have a bull run, and we do have, like the creators of this token said, 25 apps, or dApps if you want to call them that, at least 25 that are going to be using the token, it's going to go over and hit at least 1 cent. I think the maximum that it'll be able to do is around, I'm aiming for like a 2 or 3 cent, like as the hyper maximum. I don't believe in I think people misunderstand when I invest in certain coins. It's not because I believe that these coins are going to be used everywhere. Like, I don't Kin is going to be like the next Bitcoin or XRP. I invest in it because of where it was before and where it's probably going to go in the future. I can't say for certain where anything is going. But the price as it is right now is fairly extremely low. And I firmly believe that it hitting 1 cent is not out of the realm of possibility. And because of how many you can accumulate, because of how low the price is, if you end up hitting 1 cent, you can make a pretty good pretty good amount of money back just from it hitting 1 cent. So that's the Kin explanation. Oh gosh, I'm running out of... If you can see my fingers trying to scroll through the chat. Someone said Hyperwave 1000. How much ADA for a stake? Someone said you can start staking ADA at 1 ADA. This is what I heard again. Someone said he is live again, just tuned in. Hello there. TMI is a Jpmorgan maximalist. Yes, I am. I love Jpmorgan Coin. Bitcoin is the king coin. Scrolling down, someone said ba ba ba. Okay. Thanks for your super informative vids. Thank you for your super informative comment. Travelers. Top 5 coins of 2019. That's a deep question. Umbrella Academy, check it out. Yeah, I actually have it on my watch list. I really want to see Umbrella Academy. It seems like X-Men-ish. I don't know if that's the entire thing about it. Question: can XRP be a security and still moon, or will a negative SEC ruling spell the end? No. That's completely null and void now, regardless if it's a security or not. A security pretty much means that it falls under the jurisdiction of the Securities and Exchange Commission, and pretty much nothing more. The fact that it has been listed on Coinbase knocks that out of the ruling, and also because we know that, was it the people from the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq? One of the two. We were just reading about it. They said that they see no reason for them not to list XRP, a security or otherwise. The entire security thing, it was a huge scare by people who are Bitcoin extremists, and they think that because you have the term security attached to you, that therefore you hold no value. XRP being a security has never really meant anything. It just means that the Ripple company would have been fined for having sold something that they should have registered with the SEC. But we've already seen multiple times that the SEC has already shut down other cryptocurrency projects that have been number 114, number 89 on the cryptocurrency charts, and they haven't even touched XRP, which makes no sense because XRP is a number 3 coin, and one would logically assume that if the SEC has been targeting the other cryptocurrencies that have been illegal securities, that they would have completely torn apart XRP as of right now, but they have not and are probably not going to. Yeah. Thank you very much, Rick Debsky, for your donation once again. Wait. So, see, that's my problem. That's my problem. Scrolling too fast. There we go. Wait. There we go. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Again, why did you invest in Ken? I mean, it's almost no volume and it's very important. It shows the demand for a coin. Nevertheless, keep it up. Yeah. I think I hope I explained that. I hope I got to that. And then the Fire Nation attacked. Amazing. Google makes bad decisions. And XRP, every decision they make is good. Of course not. I agree. Ripple has money behind them. What is Green Book? I think that's a book that's green. What shoe size do you wear? What shoe size do you think I wear? BTC to 10 million. That would be great. That'd be wonderful. By the end of 2020, can somebody create a Jpmorgan coin before Jpmorgan does it? That'd be hilarious. Thank you very much. C3 Nick, I'm just seeing this right now. I'm horrible with the scrolling. Thank you very much for your donation. Are those cookies or are those fist pumps? I can't wait. Those look like cookies. I'm going to say they're cookies because I'm hungry. Thank you for the cookies. Thank you very much. Google invests money. Google makes no mistakes. XRP makes me rich. Now sequester reasoning. All right. XRP price $25 to $100. Possible in 3 years. Yes. I think, yeah, 25 is definitely possible. TMI, what's your opinion on all in on XRP? I like XRP. However, I think it could be wise to make sure that you are diversifying at least a tiny bit. I would say try to aim for at least the top 5 coins. Maybe some wild cards, you know, the Stellar, the Trons, the Cardanos. Going all in on one coin will probably do well. It's always just I have grown up and learned to diversify. So this is how I normally invest, and I would suggest that other people look into doing so as well. Can't live off of 10 million in countries where there are a wealth tax, like in my country. Where do you live? Oh my gosh. $1 million. I'll put it to you this way. If you buy an apartment in New York City for $1 million, you're getting anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000 in rent per month. 10 million is even lower numbers is $40,000 per month. Do you live on the moon? How can you not live off of $10 million? That's insane. Maybe the 10M was supposed to be a 10K? Maybe. Geez Louise. Have you ever bought a lotto ticket? Yes. When I turned 18, my mother took me to buy a lotto ticket. It was weird. That was the last time I ever did it. When is Nasdaq launching? No official date for that yet. Thank you very much, Adept of Truth, for your donation. Can you recommend an artist to purchase art from? Price range between $2,000 to $6,000, and keep up the great honest work you do try. Thank you very much. I can even give you something lower than 2,600, 2,000 to 6,000. Look up works by I would say Damien Hirst, DAMIENHIRST. I would say look into sculptures by Yayoi Kusama, YAYOYKUSAMA. I would say look into sculptures and or figures, air quotes, by an artist named Kaws, KAWS. They appreciate very, very well. He actually has something new coming out in a couple of days. Who else is there? Who else is there? Who else is there? I would say look into Deface, but he's not like super hyper popular. Between 2,000 to 6,000, you can get really good things from Banksy, even still, like prints and stuff like that. You can get some of his like his can prints, not his like sign stuff that's far out there, but like a lot of his like exhibition posters are also still within reach. You can get a lot of stuff. It's just a matter of looking. And I try to go for like the top of the top, like Ai Weiwei, AIWEIWEI. He's also a very good pick. Yeah. Thank you very much, Nick Santana, for your donation. I'm aiming for Kin 0.5 cent and FIRE. Yeah, I think it's gonna hit a cent. And the really weird part of me saying 2 cents comes down to when you have a, when it's 1 cent, it sounds stupid, but when it hits 2 cents, that's a doubling in price. That's a 100% double, and it seems like it's going to be possible because there are a lot circulating, but there's not enough for it to not hit 2 cents, if that kind of makes any sense. Someone said BTC or scratch off, $1 left. I can't give you that. I can't. I would definitely not touch that scratch off unless you have unless you've had a really bad week and you've built up so much karma that something good has to happen to you. That's about it. Someone said tax in Denmark is 40%. My goodness. That's a lot of taxes. That's a little insane. Someone said wax, like beeswax or earwax. Yes, 1 ADA. XRP will be the standard. Someone said, modern investor, you are a great presenter. What do you think about Coinbase's security and vault service they offer? Apparently, it's pretty good. They have that thing where they lock up 99% of the coins that are on their platform, air quotes, in not escrow, like on cold storage, so that they don't have like another Mt. Gox situation. I've heard people complain about their customer service and stuff like that, but no one has really complained about their security thus far. And I think with all the money behind them, they probably have to be heavily, they have to scrutinize everything very, very much, because as big as they are with all the money flowing behind them, you can't have a Mt. Gox. That's just not an option for them. Are you for one Bitcoin first? Kind of. I mean, not everyone can throw this much money into one single coin. That's kind of one thing that I hold back from telling. I understand that like the one Bitcoin movement, but if you only have $500, you'd be a bit better off investing into Cardano, even Tron doing a 12x or XRP. I mean, not everyone has the money to buy an entire Bitcoin, so I like the idea. I would love if everyone out there was able to get one Bitcoin, especially all of my listeners. That'd be fantastic. But I know it's just not all possible all the time. Scrolling back up, I got knocked back down. I have no idea where I am. Someone said Hearst is a scumbag. I mean, listen, I'm not in it for his politics or who he is as a person. Apparently, Andy Warhol was also a horrible person. There are tons of people who are apparently like really, really bad people in real life. but their artwork does very well. I mean, no one's perfect. Gotta kind of say it that way. Your mom created your investment trait by buying you the lotto. I mean, thanks, Mom. I have no idea. That could be a thing. Koons, yeah. Jeff Koons is also a very big one. Some of his stuff is kind of out there. Like he'll release a sculpture. I mean, it does appreciate incredibly well. But Jeff Koons is just, I don't visually I don't like his stuff. I would say like Takashi Murakami is another very good one. His stuff is, you can buy some of his prints for, I mean, it's not cheap to most people, but for around like $750, and they appreciate over the next couple of years to around $2,500. Murakami is very, very good. Someone wrote Banksy Woo. If money doesn't grow on trees, then why do banks have branches? Boom, boom. ADA is a solid bet. You have to have patient moon boys, or you will sell before you get there. Thank you very much, Frederick Christensen, for your donation. I do appreciate it very, very much. Bitcoin is the best. Hey, from Denmark. Well, there's definitely volume, just no volatility. Zero. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. What happens if I donate $500 a month? Do you want to donate $500 a month? Do you feel like you're up for that challenge? Tax in Netherlands is only 2%. That's glorious. Should be higher at this time. It's 52% tax on crypto in Denmark. That's can you leave Denmark? Can you? Oof, that's crazy. Tax in Canada is now 47%. These numbers. Tax in Sweden is 30%. Oof. Do you play guitar? Nope. When I was younger, I played clarinet. I was really good at it. I got to high school. People called me a nerd for playing clarinet, and I stopped playing clarinet. Never fall for peer pressure, everyone. It's the worst thing ever. What's the difference of stellar between what? What do you mean? Thank you very much, Nick Santana, again, for your donation. Theta. Theta token? Is that a... Dun, 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 dun. Yep, Theta token. The volume is very, very high. I have not heard any news about Theta token. That's actually like a pretty okay volume. Doesn't look pumpy. I have almost no information about Theta. I mean, to be fair, I also had no real information about Electronium and PunDX until they started releasing their phones. Thank you very much. Not a problem. Do dark pools have a place in crypto? Maybe. Is Bitcoin in a hyperwave? I've seen there's at least like 35 different theories of what type of thing that Bitcoin is in. If apparently if Bitcoin's in a hyperwave, it has to hit 1,000 and then it's going to skyrocket to 100,000 or something like that. XRP, baby. I'm talking about the XRP volume in the grand scheme of things. I mean, there's coins out there with 100,000K in volume. Yeah, I think I missed the point of that. Don't hate me. Need to create a balanced portfolio. Kin for to win. I need to more. Facebook coin is a scam. Thank you very much, K Hero, for a donation. I put on your video when I try to sleep at night. Thank you. I would have assumed my voice was a bit too aggressive and fast-paced to put you to sleep, but I'm glad that I could help in any way possible. Facebook coin, good and bad or what? It's going to be a stable coin. Don't even think about touching it. I have a strange feeling they'll have like micro bots that'll track where you're going in transactions. That was a lie. You know, did they just that Facebook tracks everything? Ken 9 PM Lotto for $500 US a month. I mean, if you can spare that amount, I mean, Ken isn't a sure bet. It's just something that I'm betting on. I think it will go up. Just what I feel. Pivx. I know nothing about Pivx. What do you think about the announcement we need from Cardano to be sure that they'll do it? I don't know. They just don't really... I can't explain it. Like, it feels like Cardano hasn't launched, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it needs Shelly to be able to really get it out there. Like, I feel like it needs staking pools and all these other things. Like, I feel like, I don't know. it feels like it's in the same exact space where Ethereum is, but I think that Ethereum has been out for longer, and this is why it's kind of in the position that it's in. It always feels like Cardano is kind of just telling us that they're going to do something, but nothing ever really happens. I know everything takes time. I got that much, but it's just, I don't know. It's a really weird gray space. I hope, I would like if it gets listed onto some of the major exchanges. But yeah. The proof is in the partnerships. What's up, man? Liechtenstein, baby. I sleep to TMI, also my favorite to listen to fall asleep. I didn't know this. I'm glad that I could put people to sleep. I was unaware. Thank you very much, Freddie Hull, for your donation. TMI, could you go into depth on the Bitcoin time traveler? Do you see his future happening? Has any of the things he talked about happened, come true? Really funny that you mentioned that. The post that the Bitcoin time traveler had posted apparently was deleted, and a lot of people are saying that weird that apparently the future has changed, and now this is why he deleted his post. Some of the stuff that he was writing on there before has actually come true. The weirdest part is that we hadn't gotten to the weirdest part, which is supposed to happen when Bitcoin passes around the $1 million mark, and that's when stuff apparently gets really weird and crazy, and stuff kind of goes awry all across the world. The people in Africa have their Bitcoin stolen. North Korea becomes a world superpower. None of that has happened yet, and we haven't even Bitcoin can't pass by 10,000, so we haven't reached the $1 million mark. The thing that a lot of people are kind of waiting for is if Bitcoin can pass by the $100,000 mark, because the Bitcoin time traveler said that Bitcoin was going to pass by or reach $100,000 in 2019, and then 2021 the price was going to hit $1 million. So if we don't hit 100,000 this year, that means that there's no Bitcoin time traveler. But I mean, it's probably fake, but it's still very exciting. Like it's these like myths and legends in the cryptocurrency space that we all kind of attach ourselves to, even if they sound ridiculous. It's kind of like the whole bearable guy thing. Sorry. Kind of like the whole bearable guy thing. Like, deep inside, like in the back of your head, it might be rubbish, but it still sounds like really cool. I don't know. Just my opinion. Tax in the UK is 10%. Not too bad. Which will make you a millionaire first? 1 million BTC or 1,000 XRP? Depends on which one of more you're holding. If you have neither of each, you can't go anywhere. If the future changed and the post never existed, sounds like me and you could be friends. That sounds like something I would think. Louis Marriott, thank you very much for your donation. What's your ethnicity? Just curious. I'm actually a couple things. My family did one of those like ancestry.com things. Apparently, I'm, if you want like the real back end of it, there's like South American, there's Puerto Rican, there's like West African, and apparently 40% is jumbled up between German, English, and Swedish. So I can't give you like an actual thing. You can make your own guess from all of those things. But I am ethnic. I guess that's kind of the main point out of all of this. Someone said sounds Canadian. Maybe. Could be. Scrolling down. You live in southern Switzerland, right? Maybe. I live where there are Bitcoin and tobacco shops. In 5 years, Bitcoin will be on its way down from 6 figures to about 50K. Maybe. What did I miss? Just got here. You missed a lot. You missed a lot. You missed a lot. You missed so much. My goodness, you missed a lot. Does your coin have over 200 partnerships? Yes. What do you know about Waves? I know that there is a Waves and that they do have Waves. You should make an Amazon wish list. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Like, what is that? How does that work? Someone say, hey, TMI, my Puerto Rican brother. Hello, Ricardo Santiago. I sold my Waves for XRP. Someone said, you black, my dude. Call me whatever you want. I mean, I don't really care. I just am who I am. But if I am black, my dude, then yes, I am black, my dude. Thank you very much, CKJ Crypto News, for your donation. Much love to the Crypto OG. Thank you very much for your donation. Lived in London. France, yes. All of history. Are the US crypto ATMs worth using for their anonymity despite their inflated prices? I tried using one when I visited the States. This was a while ago, and I can't remember what the price of Bitcoin was, but the ATM had like a 40% increase in the price, and I walked away very quick. It was a very awkward moment because I walked into the shop and I was looking for the ATM. I couldn't find it. I asked the shopkeeper, hey, where's the Bitcoin ATM? He pointed me to it. I saw the price on it. I took out my wallet, and I was like, okay, thanks. Have a good day. And he asked me, did I use it? And I was like, yeah, I used it. And I didn't use it. TMI is a robot. I could be. You live in London. Where do I live in London? Tell me where I live in London. Like Ripples. Let me guess. TMI from Bangladesh. I've heard that one before as well. I've heard a lot of people say that. People were asking before if I was from India, Pakistan. What was the other country? I've heard it all. TMI Asian. Could be. CKJ in the house. On my way to Malta. Hilton meeting. That sounds fancy. I can't even. Your crypto genius. Jesus. Omniracial. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you very much again, CKJ Crypto News, for your donation. Thank you very much, XRP baby. My gosh, some of the comments. Southgate. I actually shrugged my shoulders. TMI is from Sweden, maybe. Legal tender is money. Thanks. He used to live in Brixton, but not anymore. There we go. He's from the moon. What did I miss? A lot. TMI, ever been to Maryland when I was a child? I haven't been in Maryland in a very long time. TMI should do a meetup in Brixton. I was just hanging out in... Gosh, where was I? I can't remember the name of it. Oh, it's going to drive me crazy. That's going to drive me absolutely nuts. It's a food hall somewhere in East London. I was just there. Oh, that's going to drive me absolutely nuts. Went to a burger place. Can't remember the name of it. I was actually at the Tate like 4 days ago. That's really weird. Anyway, I looked at my tablet screen and completely looked up and then completely forgot about this. I guess we don't even have to really touch on this at point anymore. It's about remember all like the cryptocurrency mining phones that we were hearing about? This guy wrote an article and pretty much figured out that a lot of the mining phones aren't actually mining at all. They're like, some of them aren't even using like cloud software. They're kind of like, I can't really even kind of explain it. There's apparently a Spanish mobile phone maker called Wings Mobile who's creating a crypto phone that it claims will be the world's first smartphone that generates Ethereum. Their claim is that you can earn up to 2 Ethereum per month from their phone. But when you dig a bit deeper, he says, yeah, you heard that right, up to 2 Ethereum a month. At the time of writing, that amounts to around $280 per month. But at the height of the cryptocurrency mania, it would have been well worth over $2,000. For context, we tested a somewhat specialized Ethereum miner back in 2017. It only mined 1 Ethereum per month. Yet Wings Mobile claims it has developed a device that can generate twice this amount in a much smaller form factor. Not only that, the Mine phone purportedly can reach 1,000 mega hashes per second. By contrast, the Ethereum miner could only do 200 per second. The phone itself will cost $3,300. Yeah, you heard that right. And they claim that the device could net you a profit of over $10,000 in just 3 years. What's really weird is, if you keep digging even further, is that apparently you have to buy like a mining plan through them. Where is it? Yeah. While the activation mining plan for the entry tier is free of charge, you will have to shell out a hefty fee to subscribe to the upper tiers. The 1000 mega hash plan cost 13 Ethereum, which is around $1,750. So this person pretty much went over some of the other phones that were kind of out there. He kind of didn't really care for the $80 Electronium phone, which I'm still kind of interested in. I mean, you know, I'm not expecting a world-class phone for $80, but I'm still kind of interested. And he went through them, and it was just really weird. This was like this huge phone event that happened. Was it in Barcelona? Was it? Yep, in Barcelona. And apparently all of the crypto mining phones, none of them are actual crypto mining phones, and some of them want you to pay them so that they can mine and then give you crypto. Kind of, yeah, here we go. Here are the plans right here. That's kind of weird. Kind of odd. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this earlier. Like I said, I mean, we didn't even really have to go over it because we were talking about so many other things, but it is kind of interesting. I'm still kind of interested in that Electronium phone. I'm waiting for someone else to say that they've used it to see kind of how it is. Just to me. The Modern Investor and your free speech chat is awesome. Yeah, I mean, why not? Go for it. Say whatever you want to say. I lived in south of Brixton and used to work next to the Tate Modern. Would be funny if our crafts, wouldn't that be weird? Walked right by you. Name a bigger long shot than Ken. Pack Coin. I bought an L3 from Quebec. They love crypto. Simulated, yes. The Lord, 2K of silver. TMI, you should do a London meetup. The Modern Investor, I live in Ealing. What is the percentage of women investing in crypto? I think it's very low. I read an article before. It was very angry. They were talking about, I think it's like less than 10% of the amount of people in crypto are women, and people would like it to be more. I mean, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but there's nothing really stopping anyone from getting into crypto. So I don't, the way that the article was written is that it's a very like exclusive place that's not for women. I know a couple of women into cryptocurrencies. I think everyone should be into crypto regardless of gender. Like it's digital tokens. Like who cares who's into it or not? But I think the amount of women who are into it is fairly low considering. So wow, okay. I'm not gonna even read that. That was actually kind of funny. TMI, please rant on for a while for the future of crypto and what will be crypto in the next 10 years time. I'll make you a semi-promise. I won't rant right now because I'm a little tired, but I will live stream sometime during this week, and if you can remind me to rant, I will rant away. I will rant my behind off on crypto. Been here for 3 years. Yeah, I mean, see, there's nothing really stopping anyone. It's the same exact thing. Like people, I was reading an article. They were talking about how like there aren't a lot of women in tech, and I'm like, I know a lot of women in tech, and like there's nothing really stopping. Like women are just as intelligent as men. There's nothing really stopping them from logically getting into it as well. So I don't know. Rant. Hi, Sarah. What do you think XRP? Why do you think XRP is so hated? It's hated so much because XRP is a threat to all the other cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin. And I think a lot of people who bet heavily on Bitcoin feel that they have to attack XRP because it ruins the image that they had of Bitcoin for so long. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like so many people who told me not to get into XRP were people who were obsessed with Bitcoin, who hated Ethereum when it first came out as well, now are obsessed with Ethereum. And XRP is, people never expected XRP to even enter the top 10. And the fact that it has flipped Ethereum multiple times is a huge threat to their world and their legacy and what they have told themselves should be the #1 coin. I'm here for the money. I like decentralization, don't get me wrong, but I follow the money. That is a kind of how I see things. Thank you very much, Bugsy2379 for donation. I know you don't give financial advice, but would you sell all of your crypto? You have 1,500 OMG, 20K Cardano, and 10K XRP, 10 LTC for Bitcoin per your Bitcoin video other day. Thanks. Me personally, no. I would. I mean, if you have 1,500 OMG, 20K Cardano, 10,000 XRP, and 10 Litecoin, I would not sell all of those coins. I would say if you're desperate to get Bitcoin, just cut your holdings of the other coins in half. Like, sell half your OMG, half your Cardano, half your XRP, half your Litecoin, and then buy Bitcoin with that. Those other coins, I believe, are going to have very huge movements in the future. Even Litecoin, yes. I think it would be unwise to sell all of that just for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to make it, but I also believe that a lot of other coins are going to make it as well. I don't think that we're at that point in history right now where Bitcoin is going to be the only one coin. And like I said before, altcoins tend to usually outperform Bitcoin when it comes to the market moving up. Just yeah. Thank you very much, SL Dude, for your donation. Can ADA go 10 times after Shelly? I mean, logically, it can go 10x right now. It's at 4 cents. It hit $1.20 before. It'll eventually hit $1.20 again. That's definitely a possibility. A lot of people are calling for a $10 Cardano. That would give us 100,000 million. That would be a $250 billion market cap for Cardano. Not out of the realm of, not at all out of the realm of possibility. It's just a matter of Cardano really would have to do very well. For me, I'm waiting for like a $2 or $3 Cardano, and that's when I might start shaving some off the top. Just once again, my own personal opinion. But yeah, I mean, where Cardano is right now, the price is just ridiculous. The price kind of makes no sense at all. TMI, you live in Islington. What are your thoughts on game-based cryptocurrency as far as like tokens inside of games to be able to like each like a Zelda game having a crypto? Is that kind of what you mean? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like we have enough coins, and I feel like I would like if people just incorporated the coins that we already have into crypto, or rather into like the decentralized games and stuff like that people are trying to make. Just my opinion. I don't really want to live in a world where everything is a coin, where you have to have a wallet for everything. Like, can you imagine everything that you do, everywhere that you go, every store that you go into, like they have their own coin, and you have to have a wallet for each individual one? It seems like a lot. I don't know. Scrolling down. I think I made it to the bottom. Yep. Do you still upload to Stitcher? I hate to break this to you. I have no idea what a Stitcher is. I have never uploaded to a Stitcher. If anyone was uploading something on Stitcher, that was not me. They were copying my videos. I promise that was not me. We could lose at least 100 of the current coins. I mean, a lot more. Do you see a scenario where you fire up a celebratory spliff when XRP moons? I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I would have a celebratory cup of tea. I don't know what I could possibly have to like celebrate. I would do a live stream. That would be my celebration. That's right, legal tender. When will we see TMI streaming video games? I'm actually kind of close to that. I have been thinking about trying to start setting money aside to be able to like invest in a gaming laptop, because I would like to play video games. I've thought about it for quite it might be this summer. Might be this summer. I have to get a real laptop. Like for those who weren't here earlier, when I was traveling, I bought a Microsoft Surface, and it just wasn't strong enough for anything. So I think I'm going to have to like actually invest in like a proper gaming laptop to be able to do it, because I love video games, and I would love to streaming video games would be incredibly cool. Cup of tea, yes. 95% of coins will disappear. I think so. How very English, cheers. I like tea, I'm sorry. Crypto analyst calls Bitcoin bull run from 102 to 3. I think I have that same thing somewhere around here. Where is it? Yeah. A lot of people are calling this. A lot of people are saying that Bitcoin's price is going to, during the next, and I've seen the 333 number a lot, and also 340,000, that during the next bull run, it'll be a multi-year bull run, and it'll cause Bitcoin to swing up to over 340K. I would not be upset, not even for half a second, if that happened. The moment Bitcoin, I think, goes over 50K, I'll have some type of like a celebration. The moment Bitcoin goes over 100K, I will try my darndest. I will I don't drink coffee, but I will load myself up on caffeine to try and have like a 3, 4, 5 hour live stream to celebrate, because that means that we've made it. That means that Bitcoin isn't going anywhere at that point. Yeah. Hashgraph. Get a MacBook Pro for the office and a console for gaming. I thought about getting like an actual like a desktop computer as well, like a really good one. To be able, because I think I can get one for around 8, maybe 900, maybe hopefully somewhere around there, that can play games very well. I was actually looking on YouTube for like people with certain specs of computers that I was looking at that would be quick enough and fast enough and strong enough to be able to play games, to be able to render them enough quickly. And I found a couple of things. I have the list somewhere. I always write stuff on paper, then I throw it away somewhere. So I think I should be able to do that, but I'm hoping by summertime. I would love to be able to stream video games, not on this channel obviously, but on like on a separate channel. I'm not gonna stream Zelda games on this crypto channel. How many more years do you see yourself being a YouTube influencer? However long people accept me, however long people want me. The moment people stop watching, I'll stop as well. I'm only here to help people. This is what I'm here for. The moment people don't need my help anymore, I'll disappear into the wind. TMI should do a remote broadcast live from Applebee's. I'll do it. I will do it. Tell me which Applebee's. My office has a location there. I always wanted to visit Colorado. All right, everyone. I just realized the time. I think that is definitely, yep, the modern gamer. I was thinking about that. That's definitely going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening. Wherever you are, wherever you might be, I'm tired. It is 22:41 here. I made dinner earlier. I have not really leftovers. It's still kind of just sitting on the stove. Gonna finish that. Not that you all need to even know how I eat. I'm gonna do that and going to try to sleep because I have a very strange feeling it's gonna be a very big week. But yeah. Thank you all once again for watching and listening. I do appreciate every single bit of your support. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. See you.